Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome back to this episode of A Beginner's Guide to Minecraft. And I made a decision to switch to creative mode. I don't know how I did it. Just a quick little on the keyboard. I accidentally put myself in creative mode. Didn't mean to. Didn't want to. But when I started the game this morning, it had everything. It's like being in a Lego store or a candy store or a toy store, having everything, and everything's free. How do you say no to that? You don't say no to that. So I'm in build mode and I want access to everything. I will switch back. I promise you I'll switch back to not creative mode, just survival mode. But look at this, just the tunnel. Just so you know, I want this to look like a garage door. I'll deal with that later. This is just an entrance to where I can do some mining and protect myself from mobs with the doors. And then the floor, the ground, these are all stone bricks, which look really nice for like a driveway. The side, these are cobblestones. By the way, if you middle click on your mouse, it will tell you what you are looking at. So in this case, andesite is the roof. Floor is stone brick slab. So then I ran torches every 9 blocks on both sides, and it just has a really nice look to it. So as you exit, and so you're assuming you're driving a car, but it's Minecraft. So let's just say this is a rich person's tunnel to their house. As you enter, you see this tree, which I'm going to deal with trying to grow a better tree, a bigger tree, or build something different that is not quite what I had in mind. It does block the house, which I don't love, but it's supposed to be like a centerpiece of this driveway, which is circular. So let's take a look over here. This is my garden area, and I've added in creative mode, man, you have access to everything. So I'm just slapping down all kinds of color. Did that here too, around this tree. Simply just worked with lots of different color to give it some pop. And then back side of the tunnel, front side of the tunnel, I guess, actually. Ran some of this red sandstone wall. And then these are red sandstone stairs. You flip those upside down, and they give it a nice trim pattern. So I've got trim pattern, stair pattern that disappears into the mountainside, and then all the way around the tunnel. So that gives it some pop also. By the way, also kind of mimics the color of the house. And then that runs all the way across into the wall. And I don't think I need to run it around any further, but I just think that gives it some pop. Now, these things right here, these are lightning rods, I believe. Yep. And they're the same color. So I'm like, sweet. So I don't know what they look like. To me, they kind of look like rain chains, like rain gutter chains, like it's running, this is the gutter and the water goes down here, but it's really just decorative. I was looking for something I could do that's different, trying to, Minecraft is all blocky, right? Obviously, that's the whole point, but you're trying to make it look, when you're doing custom things, I think it's important to make it look like it took some effort, like it's something unusual. Certainly, this looks better than just when I had a flat wall. And in fact, my wall was made out of dirt. So that is the next upgrade I'm doing. The dirt should be out here in the mountain. Oh, let's not look at that yet. That's top secret. I'll show you that in a second. So there should not be any dirt here. Should be some kind of wall. I don't know if I'll go sandstone all the way down. I might. The sandstone was supposed to be basically the wall, the barrier that shows my boundary. So I just might go sandstone all the way down. I did pick up some candles, and you have to light those with flint and steel, and that's right down there in my hot bar. It's the third one on the left, from the left. Flint and steel, and it's basically just like matches. So it allows you to light candles, and I just think that's kind of cool. Even though it's raining, I've got some candles just to highlight. It's just something unusual that you wouldn't normally see. And I'm really loving, I'm going to put some lily pads in here, maybe even expand this a bit, make this pond bigger. But I love this side of the yard. It's just really cool. Lots of color. I have not done much with the house, but now that I'm in creative mode, oh man, that opens the door to a lot of things. I added some stairs, and the difference, by the way, the difference between stairs and blocks you have to jump up. So it's like forward jump, right? Oh, sorry, I'm in creative mode, so I'm still floating. And the stairs, you can just run up. And it has a more realistic look to it. So it's basically they're half a block each step, and it just looks really cool. So now that I have access to anything and everything, I'm rich. It's awesome. I can build this house out of anything. And, when you play Minecraft, you need to find the settings that work for you. I'm on easy, and I can't lose my inventory. So it still has mobs. And right now I'm in creative, so I'm totally safe. But look at how pretty that is. I mean, I love this. This is becoming like this nature preserve in my own front yard of this house. I love it. So really excited. But back to my point, find the settings that work for you. Like some people are like hardcore and they just can survive. They're awesome at that. And that's really cool. That's your thing. For me right now, I'm in, build mode, and I was going to do it. I promised some students, Maddox and Braxton, I promised you, I don't know if I promised you, but I told you I was going to stay in survival mode and try to build my mansion, which, holy cow, can you imagine how long it would take to go find all of these species of flowers and learn how to make candles? And yeah, I'm in a creative mode right now. And so it just makes total sense. I will go back to survival when I'm ready to survive. But for me, another just gushing support of Minecraft is if whatever you want to do, you can do. I remember playing this game and I had no idea. You just walked around and tried to survive. I'm like, what is this? You dig stuff. You chop trees with your bare hands. Wah, wah, wah. And I wasn't really sure what the point was. Well, there's a lot you can do. There's so much you can do and so much more. Like, I've scratched the surface. I'm 5% into the game and know nothing still. But right here, if I want to design like the ultimate house, and I think it's going to look a lot different than this now that I can do creative. For one, I can fly, so double tap the space bar and then just press up to go up and then shift to go down. And then you can use, it doesn't matter what's in your hand, you can destroy stuff with a single click. Nothing breaks. So it's all about building and constructing. And that's kind of my point here. So let me show you the other side of the yard. I love the fact that I turned this side of the yard that was kind of a waste. I had a river coming out of the lake and down through here. The whole point was to maybe have this like really scenic little pretty river. And then I also punched a wall or lowered the ocean. And I was assuming the physics would be realistic, but it wasn't, by the way. The water in real life, if you bust that dam, the water would come in here and level itself between, it would find a kind of a happy medium between that lake and the ocean and should fill in. Well, it didn't do that. So I didn't like that. And my son told me I could fill it with buckets of water and fill it. But I'm like, you know what? I think it would look better with a dam here, like I'm damming up the ocean. There's a little, maybe I should make it look like a pipe or something, but there is a drainage pipe. I don't know if I need that. But I really wanted to make this side of the yard useful and pretty. I didn't plan to do it, but I realized what a waste. There was nothing over here. Then I thought, waterfall. I don't know how to make a waterfall. I've never even filled a bucket full of water. I had no idea. So what I did, by the way, I started with this. So These are jungle stairs and jungle fence, which I think looks really cool. And then lanterns, woo, lanterns on both sides. There wasn't room; I couldn't put them up here. So I just think that looks so cool. I love it. And these stairs, you can just walk right up it, and then blah, 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 up here. So this is a tunnel and more lanterns through. I'm still working on this backside through the mountain, which, by the way, I had to build. There was no mountain back here. There was no mountain. There was a little hill like this, like a couple blocks high. So, and my property pretty much ended here, like where that fence is. I think I'm going to extend my property. So I actually have this is ocean. So this would be ocean. I need to lean closer. Sorry, I was leaning back so you can hear me. This is another great view. So I need a, I should buy this property too. So I'm buying it and I own this now. Thank you. And I will expand my my land. So I love how this looks. I need to fix that. But I think it's just really cool. And so here's what I did. I built the mountain up. So double tap, went up here, and just stacked. I think I just used andesite. I don't know. I didn't care. Since you have access to everything, like E, look at this. So building blocks, everything, colored blocks, everything. They're too colorful for me. There's where I found the candles, however. Then all the beds, natural blocks. That's where you find all the trees and moss and etc. Flowers. Pumpkins. It's so cool. And then functional blocks, things that do things. So also very, very cool. And then redstone stuff, which I haven't even touched, haven't even got into. So what I did is just made a mountain out of andesite, and I did not know how to do water. I tried to fill a bucket full of water. What's wrong with me? It didn't work. Literally, I right-clicked, and it says, I looked it up online, right-click, boop, and it fills up your bucket full of water. It never did it. I tried it. It says you could not be running water. So then I went over here to my little pond. That's not running water. And I tried to fill it up. Nothing happened. So you know what I did is I went to the very top of my mountain right here. And I pressed E for inventory, went to nature, and went to ice, and threw that in my inventory. So I don't need lanterns. Boop. Let's get rid of that. And I just put some ice up here. Shkabaka. And then it did nothing. I'm like, oh, it's frozen. Well, duh. But there's no water. There's no water block. That's frustrating. So literally I was like, well, I'm going to have to figure out the bucket and the water thing. So I went back and I was messing around over here in this pond, which is cool. And I thought, well, so I looked up online, filling a bucket with water in creative mode. And it was the same thing. Just right click, fill it, bring it back over. By the time I got back, look at this land. I love my house. I love where I live. So this will be my base. And then I will go out and explore and do other things. By the time I got back, my ice had melted and had turned into water. And boom, it was just flowing. That's all I did. My ice blocks melted and it just started the flow, baby. And I just tweaked a few blocks here and there to make it bounce. So I wanted the water to kind of bounce off in different directions all the way to the bottom. I think that is just so cool. And then I planted a few other things. Not really sure I like. Oh, whoops, wrong one. The things I planted, azalea bushes, some jungle oak, I think is what it is. Let me look. Pink, dark oak sapling. So I don't know. I don't want to look too, manicured. These are kind of cool, but let's see what these are. Azalea trees? No, cherry saplings. Those will be cherry trees eventually. I don't know. I don't want it too manicured looking. It should be kind of wild. But also, the whole point here is like, this is like a millionaire's paradise. So you could do whatever you want. So yeah, you would clear this area up and you would make it look awesome. So we'll see. The thing about plants and trees, you see how they grow, and if you don't like them, you chop them down. So over here, these bamboo things, they were just little baby guys, and they just foop. And I love how they grew. At the same time, this tree, it didn't do much. I would like it to grow huge like that one. And is that bad? I'm in creative mode, so I haven't seen a phantom for years. Whoa. When I first started playing Minecraft, I didn't know you had to sleep, so I would stay up, and the phantoms would come and kill me. That was early days. I don't know if they still do that, but that was a long, long time ago. I did play Minecraft when it first came out. I am that old, older than that. I just never got serious about it. But I do remember dying from these flying. They look like dragons to me. So that was literally the first time I've seen one in maybe 10 years. So I'm in creative mode. I don't think anything attacks you in creative mode. So I think I'm fine. So anyway, there's the update. I've done nothing with the house yet, but plan to. And, my house, I've got a bedroom, which I don't know. I thought it was a cool concept, but we'll see what I do with the house. A lot of work to do. And then I'll get rid of the bunker. This will be an awesome backyard with a swimming pool and who knows what. I don't know what. But creative mode opens the door to a lot of things. When it was just me and some stone blocks, I was really struggling. Like, what can I build? And creative mode opened the world to me. There's so many things to work with, so many materials, different colors, different textures, and I think it's really awesome. So it's kind of my first, it's my first experience with creative mode, and I think I'm doing okay. Wouldn't you? I mean, it's not earth-shattering, but I think for me, I'm pretty proud of it, and I think that if you're proud of what you're doing, that's what matters. So that's my tip for the day. Hey, I'm going to go work on this, and I'll catch you later. For now, Mr. Johns is out.